Hello, hello. Here I am again. Here we are. Um, yeah, how is everybody doing here? Hanging in there? I know I am. Um, what do we have for the topics today? Well, I'm just gonna be winging it. First of all, I have to mention this. As you may know or may not know, um, Caroline's channel was removed. Tales Tarot Tales from the UK was removed. Um, she does have a new channel. And the new channel is Tarot Tales United Kingdom. That's Tarot Tales at Tarot Tales. Her handle is at Tarot Tales by Caroline. So if you are looking for her, she has a new channel. Um, so yeah, I mean, basically it happened without warning. Actually, I mean, yeah, she didn't really get warned. She just got something in her email saying that her channel was done. So, yeah, and, it's awful. Um, but I mean, she didn't even get to be, to get, monetized. So I just don't understand. Like, it's not like she had all these subscribers. And from what I've heard that other people were getting their channels taken down. Um, so yeah, and other people with way more subscribers than her. So I don't understand, she must have hit a nerve. Maybe she was onto something. So I'm not sure, but really sucks. Really freaking sucks because she has been working hard. She's worked hard on that. She worked hard on that channel, on her old channel. You know, and the woman is not earning any income, which nor am I. It's just not fair. It's not fair. It's not right. But anyway, um, so yeah, I mean, other than that, things have been pretty uneventful. I've been like tired all week, haven't been sleeping very well, or just waking up extremely early, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, um, for no reason. Um, so I've been tired all week and just not very motivated, I should say. So, but anyway, things just happen. I guess there's a reason, the universe has their reasons for things happening the way they do. So I think today I'm just honestly, I'm just so sick of whatever's in the news, whatever, you know, BS they're trying to peddle, um, whatever the psyop is. I'm just so fed up with it. I really don't care anymore. Um, like articles about UFOs, that's a different thing. Or certain things happening, certain things that you see in the sky, like, but I'm just so fed up with everything. I'm fed up with Mr. T's trial. Like I'm like it's too much already. I'm fed up. I don't even want to keep up with everything with the nonsense. So today I think I'm just gonna do, like a reading on the energy because the energy has been pretty funky. This Mercury retrograde that we just had was, it was very funky. It was just like when you think you're getting somewhere, like the rug gets pulled out from under you and you're not. And you're back to square one, which you can see, you know, that what happened with Caroline's channel, and that's just one example. But yeah, it's just been I'm really glad the Mercury retrograde is over. But I think we might still be seeing the effects of it. So I just wanted to take a look. First of all, like take a look at what May looks like as far as the planets go. I've heard that it's supposed to be better. Um, but so let me just take a quick look at this. I'm gonna share my screen. So so basically, okay. So the sun's still in Taurus, which is great. We have all these planets, Venus, Jupiter, Uranus in Taurus, which is awesome. We need that Taurus, more of a peaceful, loving energy. But at the same time, we have these planets in Aries. We have Mercury in Aries. We have Venus in Aries. I'm sorry, not Venus. We have Mars in Aries. Um, so yeah, I mean, Mars in Aries is not the best. I mean, it's like, but that's why it's like I said, it's two steps forward and then two steps back because you have this earthy type of energy, which is love and peace. Like we want that subconsciously, we or consciously, we all, we want that in our lives. But then you have the Mars in Aries or the Mercury in Aries that's just like at the same time ready to fight and ready to go to war and ready to be a warrior and ready to burn it all down to the ground if necessary. So that energy is really it's intensifying things. And it's very like, you're just all over the place. That's why I'm so tired. That's why people are exhausted. That's why the star seeds are exhausted because we have to project like this love and peaceful energy, love everybody, um, get people in line or try to get people in line, but then you have that contradictory Aryan, I guess, energy. And it's just like kind of have to like pick and choose your battles. And also like there's this energy where it's just like we're getting from people that well, I'm getting it from people because I have that empathic thing where it's just like you're hitting a wall with them and they're not waking up. I mean, there are still people that are waking up. There's, people I've heard people say, hey, I woke up 2 months ago, I woke up a year ago, like things like that. But then there are other people that are just like, they're like the wall. And it's very difficult to penetrate and it's exhausting. And I'm sure that we are those of us that are star seeds are doing the work in the astral, doing the work when we go to bed at night, we leave our body and we do the spiritual work as well. We're warriors. So it's becoming very, very exhausting. And it's like, okay, when is all this shit gonna give already? Because how much longer can we go on like this? And I understand, someone said I was watching, it was whatever, one of those YouTube videos, which there is some truth to this. There's a lot of truth to it, that, the reason why um the white hats are doing things this way, the galactics, the whole um all the people that are fighting for this cause, the reason why they're doing it this way is because people tend to forget, like for example, like 9/11, all these people that the younger generation of people that don't remember it, they don't, they don't think about it. They've forgotten. So it's kind this is the reason why they're doing it this way, where it's like gut punch after gut punch after gut punch. But at the same time, for those of us that are awake, it's kind of exhausting to watch this. So after a while, just have to like turn off your TV, get rid of your phone. It's, it's it just keeps it's the never ending story. So in all honesty, I mean, I think May is going to be maybe a little bit of a better month, because I've heard other astrologers say, yeah, it's going to be a better month, blah, 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 blah. But I think that it's not going to be a better month until maybe the end of May, because Mars goes into Gemini. And oh no, I'm sorry, Jupiter goes into Gemini actually. Um, which actually Jupiter will be in Taurus in May. So that means that we're going to be looking at our finances more. People's finances are going to be more in focus. Um, family related issues. Just lost it. So yeah, more like family related issues, relationship issues, things of that nature are going to be more like expansive and focused on. And Jupiter brings in luck and opportunity. So that's really a good thing. But with that Mars in Aries for the whole month, there's only so much you could do with that. I mean, the only thing you could do is transmute the negative energy, which takes transmuting the energy from negative to positive can be exhausting. Um, try to channel that energy. Make sure you exercise in May, for the month of May, because you're gonna need to. You're gonna need to channel that energy. Paint, go for walks, whatever you do to help you like relax, spend time with your pets, whatever works for you. Do yoga, take a bath. I don't know. I mean, because that energy, it's still going to be there and it's still going to be intense. And, then we have Venus moving into Gemini as well, which is a good thing. Mercury's going to go into Taurus, which is nice. Instead of, it's going to move out of Aries, which is really nice. And then, on the 21st of May, we're going into Gemini. But with that Mars and Aries, I mean, I think, and that's going to make people more vocal about their opinions. So, there could be some, there could be some issues there, because people are just, and I think people right now have like, they've had it as it is, so it's going to be even more so like towards the end of the month, like after the 21st. So, yeah, that's what we're going to see. So let me stop sharing my screen. So I want to, I'm just going to do a general reading for the collective consciousness. And see what we have. The best thing to do right now is just go within, get down to basics. Like I said, turn the TV off, turn it off. Just focus on yourself in all honesty. So let's see, what does Spirit have to say about the collective consciousness? All right, so we have the Chariot, which is really good. And even though it doesn't seem like we are going anywhere at times, even though it just seems like we have these little like successes, you know, like little things, like day-to-day things, like, oh, I took my car in to get serviced and nothing's wrong with it. Oh, thank you for small miracles, things like that, like, but we are moving in the right direction. As far as the timeline goes, we are moving in the right direction. This is an Aquarian energy card. We definitely are. We're looking at the future. Because that's like in the first house. And so that's in our first house of the self. Yeah, of our personalities, the self-image. It's Aries, according to the spread that I'm doing. So yeah. So, and also since it's in Aries, I mean, this is like, there's a fight in there, there's that fighting energy, that warrior energy. He's wearing the armor of God. Okay, so we have the second house, which is the Eight of Wands. Again, another fast moving card. So I guess maybe, May might be a little more fast moving at a fast moving pace. Um, the energy is going to go fast. And that's the second house. So um, so that's Taurus. Maybe financially, something might start to happen financially. We have to put that intention out there. So the third house is Four of Swords. Fours are structure, stability. So, but this is like a card of rest. And again, there's also spiritual aspect to this card where you're kind of, again, going deep within, meditating, praying. Um, and it's the third house. So the third house is the mind, thinking, speaking, writing, learning, interactions, also siblings. So there's reflection here. So I mean, you have the two cards that were fast moving, and then you have a period of rest and reflection and processing. Okay, so then we have for the fourth house, we have change, which is the fourth house is the home. It's roots, heritage, family, psychological foundation, subconscious patterns. So something about the home is going to change. It could also be something having to do with housing, maybe even the housing market, something along those lines. Something might change with the housing. That's what I felt when I looked at this card. I felt like it had something to do with housing. Um, Eights are also manifesting. Something's going to manifest here. But it looks like some a big change here in May. And then we have in the fifth house, we have a five of pentacles. So this is the house of creativity, procreation, entertainment, pleasure, romance, children, play. Yeah, a lot of people, this looks like financially things are, ooh, I don't see it. It doesn't look like it's gonna be any better financially. Um, I see there's a lack there where it actually might get worse before it gets better. Um, but it's a five. Fives are not temporary, so they're not permanent. So it's going to change and kind of like reorganize. Let's see. This is the sixth house, which is self-improvement, service, employment, work routines. Yeah, routines and health. Um, so the Page of Swords. I mean, this usually is, I mean, this has to do with communication and there's going to be the start of something small at the beginning of something. Um, it could be some kind of announcement, uh, a realization, but it's like like the beginning of maybe getting out of this. And then the seventh, but it makes sense because you have this, leave it in, and then you have a triumph, like a success. There's some kind of like small success. I'm hoping that we see the beginnings of some kind of financial change for humanity, some kind of blessing for humanity. And it's actually a six, which is weird because it's the sixth house. Okay, and then we have the seventh, one, two, three, four, five, six. I'm sorry, one, two, three, four, five, six. No, I'm sorry. That's actually a sixth in the seventh house. Yeah, so actually partnerships are supposed to get better, according with this card, relationships should get better. Um, better communication, better communication. Okay, so the eighth house, which is renewal, sex, death, rebirth, transformation. So this is growth and change. So this totally makes sense. And this is an eight. So it totally makes sense. We're going to be going through a major change, and it could be financially, and then you might see the beginning of something, and there's going to be, success related to that. And then, there's going to be we're going to have a strong um we're going to feel better about ourselves. We're going to have a strong hold on things. So it's kind of like going to grow. It's kind of like you see, the energy so far going, kind of stopping, and then there's going to be a change. And then, we're like, there's like some kind of fear related, maybe a fear to losing everything, to a lot. There's a loss, definitely a loss. And then you see the beginning of something good. And then, we have strength again. So we're going in the right direction. And then the ninth house, which is the Queen of Cups. The ninth house this is a very spiritual card. Higher education, philosophy, religions, journey, travel. So I think this is more of a journey of the mind because she's very spiritual. Um, it's more of a subconscious journey. And I keep what I'm feeling is like this whole thing about religion, like religion just being overturned and more people waking up, and just realizing that, it's all a hoax. You know, it's it was made to divide us, seeing the truth. Because I think she's more about focusing and really looking at things and, you know, s- looking at things for what they are. And this card is below it. So something is definitely going to change. Okay, and then oh, this makes total sense about what I just said. The next card is 10 of Swords. Um, so 10 of Swords is, or actually the 10th house is has to do with career and vocation. It has to do with career and vocation, achievement in the world, public life. But from what I just said about kind of like religions collapsing and people's like philosophies, it's going to cause people, anxiety and fear and, you know, to question, and they're not going to be, feeling okay with that, as you can see. It's really interesting. And even as far as like what, let's say what somebody does for a living, that's really going to come into question and really going to make them question themselves. Like, what is the point of doing this? What, and really that sense of like burnout. Like, I'm also getting that feeling of like a burnout feeling and just wanting to surrender. Okay, so the next one is the 11th house. Wow. 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 So this has to do with like groups. 11th house is groups, the collective, could be friendships, humanitarian ideals, global awareness. Global awareness. Okay. Wow. Like complete collapse. It's like what this image I keep getting of, like just things burning down to the ground. Excuse me. So May, we're going to see collapse of something. There's going to be a collapse there. People's ideals, their previous beliefs, their philosophies, like things are going to continue to be questioned. And then we have the magician, which is the 12th house, which is karma, uh, like repressed parts of oneself, self-transcendence. So what this is saying is that after all this, more collapse, more questioning, you know, more dark night of the soul, we are going to come out as the masters of the universe. We are going to graduate. May is going to be the month in which a lot of us are going to be graduating. And there you go. This this says it all. This is this is the environment. This is what we should focus on. You know, Yeshua says, love, love one another. We have to focus on the love vibration through all of this. Even even if negative emotions come up, always go back to love. Okay? All right. Well, Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully my channel will continue. I think that it will. Let's think positive. All right. Well, thank you so much. And always please subscribe, like, share, comment. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. And always love, peace, happiness, and prosperity.